Hello, welcome to the Deleted Cube YouTube channel. This is the first video of the channel, so bear with me here. I still gotta figure a lot of stuff out. As you saw from the title, this is gonna be our first build modeling series. I'm not scripting, by the way. I'm just not gonna do that. This is what we're gonna be making. No, this is not the future. I'm actually doing it again. Sorry, I'm going kind of fast. This is what I did like 3 or 4 months ago when I was still in college. I'll turn on the materials for you guys. That should be a little bit better. This cell's not materialed yet. It's still got some of the weird colors on it. This won't be a texturing guide, unfortunately. This will be procedural textures, because that's how I like to do things, personally. Like this, I'm pretty sure is just something I found online, just a... what's the word? Just a grungy look, you know? Yeah, you'll be learning how to do all that. Here's what it looks like rendered out. But I will tell you that there's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be intermediate, but you will be able to follow along. Luckily, yeah, I'm still working on getting the hull to look right. It's a little too shiny for my taste, I think. Just a tad, not too shiny, just a tad bit too shiny. And I screwed up on these lines. There should be one more up here. Okay. And that needs to be shinier. A lot of issues, but, you know, a lot less issues than my last TOS. I like doing these things because they're simple. This is the one I did like 3 years... Oh, it's lagging because I'm rendering. There we go. Anyways, here is the one I did like 2018, I think. Because I was bored. It's completely inaccurate, as you can see. Everything is just wonky. I still got the mirror modifier on it. Like this is done a lot better. Yeah, everything's just wrong. Glad I was able to fix it. I'm gonna close out this. Yeah, as you can see, it's a lot better. Like, even if you take a look at the geometry on it, it's a lot cleaner, especially back here. Found a way to get it looking right. Yeah, there's a lot of geometry on here. Okay, well, let's roll an intro and get started, shall we? Accomplished. Now that you have a new world, go ahead and delete all the useless stuff. And I'm going to do an append. I'm going to include this file because I don't think you really want to watch me set up reference images. It's just tweaking positioning of pictures to line up. It's tedious. I'm going to be using the Alan Sinclair reference images. And there it is. Oh cool, it's already loaded up. Let's find them. There's my empties. Or were they the images? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they were empties. Like 90% sure. Looks like the right amount. And append those. We got some dots. Like, hey, where's the images? Well, if you go in here, right there. And it should already be lined up. Sorry, my stuff is in the way. I don't think I need some of these just yet. Like that's lined up. Like I'm pretty proud of how perfectly I got it lined up. Like this right here is going to be the first part we start. What is that line? Oh, that's one of the images. I'm like, what in the world is that doing there? Okay. Okay, as you can see, we can just model from there. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. And it lines up perfectly with the planetary sensor. Well, not on that side. We can't have perfect everything. We can at least try, you know? Oh, it is perfect. Okay. It's been a while since I've seen this. Yeah. And then, when I even have a reference image for the inside of the nacelle somewhere. I'm just not sure where it is. It's somewhere, I know that. Oh yes, there it is, right there. See how it lines up with the nacelle? That's going to be convenient later. Very convenient. But just go in the description, this file is going to be in there. Just to make your lives a little bit easier so you can get right into action. It's not that hard, you just go Shift A. Hang on, let me turn on my screencast keys. Oh, there it is. Brain fart. Where's the button to get? Oh, duh. I'm tired. Sorry. You just do Shift A and you go down to Image. There it is. You do Reference. Notice it has the axes on it, kind of like what I got. Yeah. Just import each picture and then you just scale it, move it around to get it looking right. Just keep track of where the front of everything is. Like there's an issue with the secondary hull. For some reason it's slightly too big. Like by maybe that much. Just ever so slightly. I'm gonna change it. Yeah, it happens, whatever. So let's start with the saucer. I don't need this image right now, so I'm going to hide it so I don't get confused. Or this one either. I thought I hit it. There it is. Okay, the first step. Sorry, someone's mowing the lawn. Our cursor's right, the world origin's right there. So first, I'm gonna do a new collection. Call it reference images, just refs, I guess, and throw all that in there. Gotta keep organized. And then another collection. Saucer. This is gonna be important later. If you ever want to do like render layers and stuff like that, just make sure everything's organized. When I do videos, I get yawny. Sorry. Alright, let's start. Let's go with the saucer's good because it, depending on your computer specs, you can do it in any geometry you want, any amount you want. Personally, when I do like circles and stuff, I go 2, 4, 6. I do doubles like 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and on and on and on. Okay. It's just my little rule. I don't do any other numbers when it comes to vertices on a circle or something. If I'm not making any sense, I apologize. Curve Bezier right here. That's what you want. Now you're not going to be able to see it just yet, so you're going to want to rotate it on the... What axis am I looking at? I think that's the y-axis. Rotate on the y-axis 90 degrees. There it is. Now you're starting to see it. Bring it up here. Scale it up a bit. Rotate it on the x-axis. You see the 90, the keys down there. You do control, oops, wrong button. Shift S. Sorry, I'm having a complete brain fart. Okay, apply rotation and scale. That's Control A. You should probably know this. So you're going to want to drag this part down here till the flat part starts. And then grab this point, shift, grab this point, scale it on the z-axis, 0. And that'll, oops, grab everything. There you go. Now set that right there. It doesn't have to be perfectly where I put it. Now grab that handle, press G on the y-axis, and move it out. What you're doing is just trying to get it to not match up. It's trial and error. You're not going to get it first try. But I think I just did. Looks pretty good, don't you think? Now I can go into the Bezier options. And if I hide this image, I don't know which one it is. Okay, that's good enough for me. I will... What in the world is going on here? Let's see what happens when I convert it to a mesh. It looks kind of weird. No, it's not. It's okay. I've just never seen a Bezier curve do that before. Like it's overlapping and stuff. Oh, those are just sideways. I shouldn't be able to see those though. So what I'll do is scale. Yeah, it looks like it's maybe slightly off. I don't know. I'm just going to scale it on the x-axis, 0, just to make sure it's lined up. I'm sure it was lined up, but you know, just to be safe. Okay, I'm going to change this to 24, just to give some more resolution. Now you can see that when I convert it to a mesh, it's got a lot more dots on it, a lot more vertices. That's what you want, especially when it comes to windows. You want a lot of vertices, but it's not that important on the top because there's not a lot of windows on the top of the saucer. Barely any actually, but I'm still going to do it. Once again, you can make it any number you want. 24, 48, 96. Let's see what 48 looks like. Oh, I need to get out of it, but that is probably too much. So I'm not really sure how many I did on the last one. Since I'm not going to be doing a lot of editing on this saucer, I'm probably just going to go with it. Why did I press that button? There we go. Now, that we got this Bezier curve, I'm going to go ahead and Shift D to duplicate. Put it on the Z-axis. Scale Z -1 to flip it around. And it's kind of the same shape generally. So let's see. Press G, put it. It's pretty It's pretty simple when you really think about it, you know. Put this one right here. It's gonna need a compound curve of some kind. Just make sure you make it exact, you know. I'm gonna have to do this actually, because it's not gonna work. There, see how it's working now? You can also rotate this a tad to get to line up. Yeah, that lines up pretty well. I'm gonna move this up. It's not quite get there yet. That's better. See, trial and error. Move this back. If I move this back, it's not gonna affect the other side. Then I can extrude these like this. It's all funky sometimes. And I'm going to flatten this, just like we did earlier. Scale Z0. Oops, what did I do? I don't think I had everything selected. Scale Z0. There we go. Now chuck that right there, where the flat part starts. GY, and maybe I just move this down. Once again, just fine tuning it to get it looking just right. And this is 24 segments. Chair's loud, sorry. There, look at that. What a beautiful curve. Now we're going to have some lines right here as well. Okay, I'm going to finish this curve off. By doing this right here. The middle is going to go right there. GY. 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 Believe it or not, we are about 50% done with the base shape of the saucer. Now, here's an interesting trick I like to do sometimes. Okay, now that our Bezier curves are in place, but that's 24, I'm going to... Ah, shoot. If you get your cursor screwed up, just do Shift S, cursor to world origin. Okay, convert to mesh right there. Check that out. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna... convert this to 12. Because each one of those line segments has 48 points on it. Forgot about that. Yeah, it's a lot better. There's not really a lot of windows down here. Honestly, my computer can handle it. I'll go 24 on this one because why not, you know? Why does that keep happening? Yeah, that's a pretty good amount of geometry. Okay. These are both the part of the same object, so I just extrude out on the y-axis right to here, roughly. GY. And then link these up with a fill. Did I not do it? That's weird. I should be able to do that with 2 points, but it's not working for some reason. Mirror at last. Sorry. Merge at last. Oh, that's why. It's still 2 separate curves. I'm stupid. Yeah. Control J. There we go. That joins the 2 meshes. Now I can just fill it. Yep, there we go. I'll name this saucer base. That's lined up pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that, yeah. Now I'll grab these 2 points and bring them around just a little bit past, and then I can go here, set this to 3D cursor, and scale it 0 on the y-axis, and they will line up on the y-axis, and then fill them. Now select everything. I'm gonna do this real quick. E, and just bring that out a little bit. This will go away pretty soon here. Now this is fun. I will I keep forgetting the apply function. Oh, it's because I was in edit mode. Like, I'm using the right one. Okay. All transformations. Apply all those. Now, when I go into here, I'll give it a nice bevel. Maybe it doesn't need to be applied. That was a weird issue. Maybe I just need to fill in the edges. Why is it doing that? Does it work down here? It works down there. Maybe I'll just not do it up there. It don't matter. I'll just do it manually. Whatever. Control B. And get a nice curve going. Pretty nice, yeah. I will delete the edges. Grab my vertices again. Maybe it's because it's an acute angle. I've never known Blender to have an issue with that. Oh, there it goes. That was a weird bug. Okay, that's a good enough curve, I think. But not that much curve. I mean, not many segments. That's plenty of segments. Alright. Now for the fun part. Select this face and get rid of it. Select this line and get rid of it. That was weird. Why did that? Okay. Merge by distance. Make sure I don't have any vertices just floating around. Everything looks good. Okay, now this is the fun part. I go up, make sure it's lined up. That's the reference image I was using. Now I do go into edit mode. Am I in edit mode? Oh yeah, I'm in face select. There's my vertices. Okay. Oh, before I do that, I want to get some geometry in here. So I'm just gonna loop cut this with Control R. Just a little bit more geometry on that. Down here too. There. Geometry is your friend, especially when it comes to windows, because I know there's windows in that section. There's rectangles out here. But these parts will be hidden, so I don't have to worry about those as much. So go ahead and select everything. Do search for spin. I don't think it has a hotkey for it. Spin. Go down to here where it says spin. Set your angle to 360. And there's your saucer. No, I'm just kidding. You still need to set your segments. So 48, what's that look like? No, that's not enough. 48, 62, 128, no lag so far, but that's a lot of geometry. And I'm getting squares. Looks like squares. That looks pretty good, actually. Yes, I am happy with that. I do believe. Yes, I will do it. Enter. And get rid of that. Tab. And you have a perfectly smooth saucer section. You know what? I'm gonna say screw it and double it up. Spin it. I wish it would save my settings. It's annoying. 360 degrees. It has to be 360 so it goes all the way around. Actually, if I were you, I would go 180 because we're going to mirror it. Actually, we're not because windows aren't symmetrical for some reason. It drives me nuts. I hate that about this ship. $256. We are currently at 32,000 faces, and I have no regrets. Now, 128. Oh, shoot. Screwed the picture on that one. Yeah, 128. I'm gonna go. That's a good middle ground. I'm not gonna go any further. That's just stupid. If I zoom in, you can see even these are really smooth. So, go to Object, Shade Smooth. It's a bit weird sometimes. Actually, that's a bit weirder than normal. Why is it so weird? I'll try an edge split. Yes, that's a little better. Okay. And then go to the triangle, normals, auto smooth. And maybe I don't even need the edge split. Let's hide it. Yes, sometimes, yeah, I don't need that. Sometimes it just acts funny. I've never seen it that bad though. It's like buggy. Maybe if I recalculate normals. I fixed it, yeah. Sometimes the normals get screwed up. It happens, you know. There's your saucer. I'm gonna take a quick food break and get back to you. Alrighty guys, I am back. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the bridge module and then maybe end the episode there. Trying to figure out how to get the correct. What is that? I'm not sure what that is. Okay, well, when I want to start the bridge module, I guess I just have to move that up, I suppose. Maybe, actually, if I... No? Not only that. Oh, well. Let's go with to start the planetary sensor. As you can see... Where's the front? There it is. Oh, you can't actually see anything. Whatever. It's fine. Let's go ahead and hide the saucer. No, the saucer base. That's what I need to hide. Okay. Let's put the cursor right here. That'll work. You can just select this tool and put the cursor anywhere you want. No, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna use the Bezier again, because it's a tried and true method. Oops. Rotate Y 90. Scale it down. Doesn't need to be that big. Rotate X 90. Rotate X 180. Put it here. Okay, scale Y 0. Put it here. Put this part down here. Since this goes past here, it's not going to be a perfect curve, so I gotta move this inwards. Now I gotta match it up, so scale the whole thing inwards like that. Move it just like so. Scale this down, bring it down on the z-axis. So it's going to be a perfect curve. There we go. Create a new curve. Just like that. And then make a new one down to here. Bring this up like so. I think I will bring this over. That's a good enough curve, I think. And then Shift D and delete some of these. B to box select. Put the corner right here. Bring this one down. It ends about right here. Drag this. Where'd the end go? There it is. Nothing to it really. It's not hard. It really isn't. This is the bottom of a sphere, yeah. It has a lot of resolution, but it'd be nice if there was more. Shift D. Scale Y0. Scale X0. Z0. Okay. This is very long. Perfect. Now, okay, I'm doing this our way. I really am. I'm gonna create a sphere because that's the easy way to do it. I'm just gonna go ahead and convert all these to meshes. Yep, like that. Are these separate? No, they are. Yes, they are. They are not. Sorry. Press E on the y-axis. Press E on the y-axis. And then link these together like that. Bingo. And I will give this more geometry. Perfect. And bring this up. Just so it goes through the bottom, just like that. Just a tad. And bring this over on the y-axis. And go to 3D cursor, scale Y0. Oops. 3D cursor is not where it's supposed to be. Scale Y0. There we go. Alright. Why is this all the way over here? It was all off kilter. Okay. It happens. It don't matter. I can fix it easily. Scale X0. And now it positions itself in the right spot. Putting the 3D cursor also in the right spot. So spin it. I have to be in edit mode first. Yes, there we go. Spin. 360. Okay, there is my planetary sensor. Control N. Shift N. Inside. What in the world? What is wrong with my normals this time? Object. Shade smooth. Oops. I don't animate very often, so I keep forgetting the hotkey for it. Shift N. Inside. Why aren't you working? I will try filling the face. Maybe that will work. Shift N. Huh. Weird. It honestly doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I'll smooth it. That should. Oh my god, it's still doing it. With the normals like this, some of the angles are reversed for some reason. If I could try this, maybe I can flip it. Spin 180 degrees. There we go. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, guys, I fixed it. I just had to apply all my transformations. Never heard of that before. Having to do that with normals. Okay, well, it looks pretty good. But I'm going to redo the 360 degrees and just do it that way. bin 360 this time. All transformations, there we go. Now, mesh. Oh, right. Sorry, my computer's a little bit loud. Shade smooth, auto smooth, and I have my... Oh, duh, it's not even selected. I'm stupid. Shade smooth, there we go. I have auto smooth, I'll set it back to 30 like it's supposed to be. There we go. And then, I'm going to select this point, cursor to selected, and make a... Where are you? UV sphere. $128 by 64. That's usually going to be half, just like that. Scale it down. Oops, wrong angle. There we go. Now, here's a cool thing I can do. I can GZ get as close as I possibly can to the edge. Right there. Now, I will take that, press B, and rip it. Now I'll press L and get rid of this one right up here. And this is my sphere right here. Now press Ctrl R, get as close as I can, and I will select this edge loop and the one on the sphere and do merge by distance. There we go. Now the two parts are connected. If I do this, it takes the rest of it with me. Okay. Now I can get rid of these faces, and it's perfectly hollow. Now I'm gonna grab some reference images. There we go. And let's take a look at that planetary sensor. See where it starts. I'm not doing that gun thing, it's stupid. It starts right here. This part, this dome, that's what I figured. So I will, this is the fun part. Sorry, I'm having a total brain fart here. I'll rip this, which will separate out this chunk. Okay. I'll press L, Control P, Shift P, sorry. Keep forgetting this. Separate, it's just P. Okay, that's what I figured. by selection. There we go. Now, sensor housing, planetary sensor, sensor housing. It didn't change the name for some reason. Planetary sensor. There we go. New collection. Sensor. Put those into the sensor. Here we go. Now this is the fun part. Okay. Now I'm going to just select this part. Go to modifiers. Hang on. Let me minimize this. And solidify. Where is it? There it is. Solidify modifier. I think it got all screwed up. Okay, yeah, that's right. I haven't applied that sphere yet. Oh, transforms. But I think, yes, it's not fully attached. But it is attached, but merged by distance. If I, oops. I got 0.002. Okay, the bottom looks good. And we are, looks like we're all hooked up. I got 38 vertices. Am I selected? Yes, I am. Now let's try it. There we go. I can boost the thickness, see how it's doing that. For something like this, you want it to be thick because it's glass. You want some refraction. It takes the thickness into account. That's a pretty good thickness, I think. Maybe a little bit more. It gets kind of cool when it's kind of thick. Alright. Okay, grab the... Oh, apply. See? Even works in here. Perfect. Here, I will show you how thick that is. That's going to look very interesting. But I think I'm going to go thinner, to be honest. Yeah, that's a good amount. Don't forget to apply your modifiers. It helps. And also, don't forget to save. That's better. That would have been awkward. It really would. Okay. Shift D. P. Tab. And select your new circle. Sensor. Reflector. Okay. EY. Oh, I need to go to edit mode. Whoops. E scale. Are you gonna work? Tab. E scale. Yes, that's what I want. Let's go into GZ. Okay, it's gonna be positioned kind of where the center would be, like right up there. That's how we should do it. Think of it like a flashlight. There. We can go ahead and get this working. It's gonna look cool. Don't worry. It's gonna look pretty cool. Oh yeah. Here. This is what it looks like with the new sensor on it. Looking good. Looking real good. Okay. Now, let's add a new material. Frosted glass. And assign a new material. Base hull. Assign that. And then new material. Assign. Call that reflector. We're not going to be doing any nodes with this part, I don't think. This will be a cycles ship, but I'm sure you can figure out how to do an EV version, but it doesn't look as good. Okay. Now, let's do an icosphere with 3, 5. I want to make it nice and round. Oops. It's like the wrong thing. GZ. When I first started this ship, first made this ship, I tried this with just a point light, but it didn't look as good, so I'm doing it with this now. So let's make it nice and big. How about that? New material. Sensor light. And I will change let's take a look at those pictures again. Okay, if you look at the light, it looks maybe 3200 Kelvin, maybe 35. Let's try those. Sorry guys, it's gonna be a long video. Just want to get as much done as I can. But this will be the last thing I do, planetary sensor. So I've had people wondering how I did it on the other one. Okay. Let's go into material view. And make this glass with standard color. Oh yeah, there's no light in this scene. Go into your worlds and change your background to black. And then click on your collection, primary collection, and add a sun. It's facing down, so it's not going to do anything. GZ, rotate X. Doesn't matter where it is, just directional. And you're going to want to switch this over to cycles. That way it'll look a little bit better. But before I start messing about, I'm going to turn this into a reflector. So change the reflector to glossy. Change the roughness a little bit down to here. That should be plenty. Change this to, you want to change the base color to press this little dot right here. Change the black body and then set your color temperature. I'm setting mine to 3200. Yes, that looks exactly right. And emission. Oops, I lost my color temperature. 32 hundo. And now let's change the roughness. And then change the strength. I'm getting somewhere. Definitely getting somewhere. Let's change it to 100, see what happens. I'm getting text. Okay, let's deselect that. Create a quick camera. Alright, let's make it 85 millimeters because it's base. Oops, what the hell? My numpad hasn't been working for some reason. There we go. Change my render settings down. Let's do 720p. Not doing a big by 480. There we go. Now let's do 720 by 720. So why not? 720, come on. Thank you. Alright. Let's change my render settings to CPU. Film. Where did my sampling go? Ah, there it is. I'm losing it. I'm not even kidding. Samples 128. There we go. See what happens. Save it. Oh, I forgot to turn on denoising, which is in here. It'll look a lot better with denoising enabled. I like it. I'm gonna have to fine tune it just a tad, but it's a good start. Notice how it falls off and you can see the little dot at the bottom. But let's try 200, see what happens. It's definitely a lot brighter. Maybe if I when you add roughness to glass, the size of the light inside is really big. It really changes things. I mess with the glass. Bring it down a little bit. Honestly, that looks not half bad. I like that. I'm going to change the sun. Alright, I think I'm going to end it here, because I have to edit this. Oh, rotate Y. And I want to do individual origins, so rotate Y. No, rotate X. And I'm going to go ahead (1920 by 1080) at 400 samples for my thumbnail. And let's see, increase the ambient occlusion just a tad bit. Alright, while this renders, I will go ahead and sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next episode where I'll do the upper superstructure for the bridge and maybe start some windows, but I can't guarantee anything. I also need to do little dots right here in the street and little dots over here. Yes, that Planetary Essential looks amazing. If you know what, I'm going to composite this for you guys, because this is going to, I think you guys might enjoy that. Just real quick, it's just a couple nodes. Might as well learn some nodes early. Just let it render out with all my 8 cores screaming away. OBS says I'm only using 4%. Oh, I think that's just how much OBS is using. That's weird. I have to fix that. There's a hard line right there. Why is that so huge? Okay, go to the compositing tab, right there, hit use nodes, there's your image right there, and backdrop is enabled. So if you want to see what you're doing, go Shift A and add a, where are you? A viewer node. There we go. And just real quick, just add filter, glare, and make that fog. There we go. That's looking gorgeous. You can change your threshold to just how glowy it is, basically is all it is. But let's go 0.5. Change the size and the quality to high. And change it down to 0.3. Okay, that's perfect. And drag that into the compositor. That way, this is the output for the file. This is just what you're looking at. And go ahead and render it again. And it will put that composite in there. That's the super standard composite. You could probably do with this. There's a lot more that could easily be done. Still going, and then it should pop up. There it goes. Now, I just do image. I'm just going to drop this on the desktop because I'm lazy. Just going to drop it as a PNG. Okay, I will see you guys later, and ciao.